Welcome
to New Entry Wrestling Podcast, baby.
Hey, listeners out there. Before we get started, please check us out on teespring.com for some merch. Also check us out on our news store at Pro Wrestling Tees. We got some cool designs on there. Also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at New Entry Wrestling Pod. Follow us on Twitter at New Entry WP. Check us out on other platforms like Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, and Radio Public. And if you haven't already, please check out us out on YouTube at New Entry Wrestling Podcast. Help support by subscribing, liking, and sharing.
Hit that thumbs up.
Yep. Hit
What
the
up?
thumbs up. Hey man, how you doing, Ian?
I'm all right. I love how we're wearing the same outfit from last episode.
I know, right?
All I
know.
have is black shirts.
Yeah. Me too. Gray shirts.
But
Yeah,
anyways, today's episode, we're talking about fantasy booking. It's fantasy booking time. It's about time, man.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
basically, me and Ever are going to give you guys our version of our fantasy booking for Clash at the Castle. And then basically, we're going to see who has the better show, either mine or Ever's. You guys decide either in the comments or if you're listening to us, hit the I don't know how you go on the polls on Spotify, but it's in the bottom. You gotta click on something and then just scroll all the way in the bottom. So before we go into that fantasy booking, are you excited for Clash of the Champions? We have a lot of wrestling going on next week.
Yeah, man, a lot. I'm very excited, man. Like just a whole lineup, right? Pretty much. Like
Yeah.
the whole week, pretty much. And there's some wrestling shows on the same day too, which is just insane.
And it's
Like
crazy. What's crazy? It's not. What's it called? It's not WrestleMania weekend. It's
yeah,
All Out weekend.
which is technically the WrestleMania, right? Technically,
Is it their version of WrestleMania? I thought Double or Nothing was.
I don't know. I thought All In was like their precursor, so I'm thinking All Out was their. They now own All Out, All In. I mean, because they own Ring of Honor. But yeah, I don't know, to be honest.
Well, what match are you excited for? Clash of the Champions or Clash at the Castle?
The Roman Reigns versus McIntyre match.
Okay.
That's probably fire.
I am excited for that match, but they announced that it's going to be Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. So I'm actually pretty excited for that match.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because he's back, and I hope he's 100%.
Yeah, because they lost their chance at what was the SummerSlam?
Yeah, because Riddle was hurt. Was that ever like true, or was that kayfabe?
I think that's kayfabe because I don't know because I mean they didn't never announce it or anything like oh he's out for 3 weeks or something, but he
Right.
kept because he got attacked. That's why I'm like usually if they're really injured they don't really attack him.
I think it was true. It's hard, but it's hard to say because Matt Riddle. If it was Matt Riddle, I mean not Matt Riddle. Seth Rollins didn't wrestle at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So to me, it was kind of more like it was planned. Because Riddle showed up that night and they fought, during a segment during the show. So that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe it was true because you would think, regardless, Seth Rollins would have had a replacement. They wouldn't just be like, no, Seth Rollins is here. And then AJ Styles didn't do anything, so which made everything weird, unless there just wasn't enough time slot. Maybe that's why they pulled the match out.
Yeah.
Because they could always have it for Clash at the Castle. But all right, so you want to go ahead and get into this fantasy booking?
Yeah, let's go into it. Let's see here. So, okay, opening match. I know this match.
Hold on, man. Give me your lineup first.
Oh yeah.
You gotta give me your lineups.
Well, I think I have 8 matches, not 9. So you might have to. I don't know if you have more than that, but okay. I have Io Sky and Dakota Kai versus Alexa Bliss and Asuka. So I split. It's not a six-woman tag. It's gonna be a tag team match. Pretty
Okay.
much, I'm pretty much gonna be like whoever wins this, like whoever wins the women's tag team titles. Um, I don't know who it's gonna be. They're gonna face one of these two people, one of these two teams.
So there
So
it's so it's a number one contender match.
yeah, pretty much like because the tournament's going on now. I think it's down to Toxic Attraction, Raquel Gonzalez and Aaliyah, and who's the two other ones?
I have no idea.
There's two other teams, but whoever like pretty much this is a precursor to whoever like wins that faces these two teams. So it's kind of like it's more. I would say it's more like should I just go off the lineup or just go
Just
talk
go
about it?
no, just go give me your lineup first and then talk
Okay.
about it after.
At the second match, I would have Riddle versus Rollins. Keep that like early because you want like the crowd to stay into it. But well, the UK people are. I think they're a great audience. I mean, there's a lot of British wrestling out there. Progress. What else is there? There's Defy. There's like ICW and all that. So they have a great wrestling culture out there. So I'd say Riddle versus Rollins, second match.
Mm-hmm.
No disqualification match. So
Mm.
no DQ because it's like a bluff for you pretty much at this point now. So I think like no DQ match would be like how to end it, with them, or how to
Right.
like escalate it from here. So pretty much like this is a precursor. To whoever goes on to face whoever wins the Universal Champ, undisputed championship. Um, Third match would be Usos versus Viking Raiders. I know they're both heels, but I think that seems, especially in the UK, the Vikings are from Europe. Just and I don't know. I mean, I want it to happen, but the Usos might not be allowed in the country because of I think because of they
Oh
got a
yeah. Yeah.
they weren't allowed into Canada, so I don't know about the UK. UK is kind of similar because they're both Canada's part of the Commonwealth, so it might be like but they might give them a free pass. So hopefully this match happens. After that, I'll have Belair versus Bailey for the Raw Women's Championship. This
Mm.
kind of seems like that's gonna how it's gonna play out. Like eventually they're gonna face each other.
You're
So
gonna
my
have it
fantasy
that
book.
soon though?
Yeah, because I think Bailey like she's been out for a while, so it's like a overdue match. But I think it's gonna end in a WGQ or something. Oh, I'll tell you, I'll go later into it. Bobby Lashley versus Butch for the U.S. title
Mm.
because he's like a British guy, so I'm thinking like, okay, he's going after a U.S. championship in the UK. He's a former NXT UK champion. So I'm thinking like he's gonna have a good match with Bobby Lashley
Hmm.
because they both have like a powerhouse style,
Yeah.
and like Butch has a strong style, so it's British strong style, so he'll cater to the British crowd. So that's like a little bit between the filler, especially the match after that. I'll keep the Shayna Baszler match versus Liv Morgan. I think
Mm.
Shayna Baszler deserves a title shot. She's long overdue for it. I'm surprised her being a MMA fighter. She's not like being like a super like what is that called? Like a death machine kind of character, She's not
Right.
like being like how Killer Kelly is in Impact. Like she's just a
Hmm.
beast. Like I saw she's like super like I'm a fighter, I'm gonna go destroy you. But they
Right.
treat her like a jobber most of the time. So I'm like, you know. So I think this match would be competitive because it'd be Liv Morgan, she's like a survivor, and Shayna's like a bully. So it's gonna be a good. I would keep that match on there because I'll see how Liv Morgan survives this match because I don't know, she might not.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Now I would change the IC championship match. I'll keep it with Gunther versus Nakamura, but
Mm.
make it more competitive. I
Yeah.
think I think he got squashed on SmackDown. No, it was a good match on SmackDown. So
It
this is
was
a
really
precursor.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like a sequel to that, but this is gonna be on British soil. Obviously Gunther's from Austria, but at the same time, like they're both really good in Nakamura. He's been to Europe a few times, so it's kind of like the British fans like Japanese wrestling a lot more than American wrestling. So I would think these kind of two styles, like the strong style that Gunther has and the strong style that Nakamura has, in in the UK will probably be like, that's my co-main event. And then I would
Mm.
keep the Roman Reigns versus McIntyre for the undisputed title because it's McIntyre's in UK soil. He's from Scotland, and then and then Wales is
Jeez.
like right across right there. So I'm thinking, but I would, yeah, that would be my lineup. I had one more, but then I don't think it was added. But I had 8 matches.
All right. Well, give me your fantasy booking. Who's going over and all of your matches?
Okay, so for the first match, I would do Io Sky and Dakota Kai over Alexa Bliss and Asuka. I know. I mean, I love Asuka and Alexa Bliss, but it seems like I want to push these two new ladies more.
Right.
But then I do want them to eventually feud for a long time. But like I would think Io Sky and Dakota Kai, already former women's tag team champions in NXT, both of them separate teams,
Mm,
you know. So I was thinking like, okay, I already been a women's tag team champion in NXT. I want a WWE tag team championship. So it brings a little more prestige because they're both former champions already. So it's like
right.
their triple crown. They already got all the belts pretty much. Riddle versus Rollins in a no DQ match. I would definitely put Rollins over. I think he's been losing too many matches, and he needs something where he looks strong. But it'll be I mean it's gonna be a great match. I'm not saying it's gonna be like a 25-minute match. You
Right.
know, they're gonna go finishers back and forth, weapons, chair shots, tables, and then Rollins is gonna like pull a sneaky move and win. You know, so there's a way to keep the feud going if it needs to until Cody comes back. You know, I don't know when that's gonna be. Probably they said October, November, right? Do you remember that?
That's the rumors.
Yeah, so that's gonna be like a precursor. Then Rollins has a win because he hasn't won since like I don't remember. He hasn't won a pay per view in a minute, like
Who
like a
has it?
while. So Rollins,
Oh yeah.
he
I
hasn't.
mean,
Yeah, he didn't fight at SummerSlam. He lost at Money in the Bank, right? Yeah,
yeah.
he lost Money in the Bank. He lost the Road at Hell in a Cell. So I'm thinking he needs a W. So this is a place where he could get it, but it's not gonna be easy. Riddle's gonna go and like fight his way through it, especially being you know how strong Riddle is. Um, After that, what did I say? I said Usos versus Viking Raiders. I would definitely still put the Usos over, but like by a slim margin. I'm thinking like um it's gonna be a precursor to like the bloodline not becoming weak, but like needing more help. So this helps them like they're gonna bring in like hopefully Naomi comes back or if their cousin Solo or their brother Solo Sakai he goes to the main roster because NXT is changing. Like,
Right.
because NXT UK is taking a hiatus, becoming NXT Europe next year, and NXT 2.0 is gonna be it's gonna be like back to the black and gold kind of thing, like a mix of black and gold, and now, so it'll be 3.0. So Sol Sakai, he seems like a
Three
guy.
points.
So yeah, he's gonna be a guy that I think they're gonna probably want to put on the main roster right away. So him helping his brothers out is gonna be like a way for him to get into the main roster and going over the Viking Raiders, you know?
Right.
So that's gonna be like a good way to put him into there. Like he's gonna go in like, oh, is that Solo Sakai or like Solo Uno or whatever, Solo Uso or something. I don't know. They rename him or something. So that'd be kind of a way to get. But the Usos will win because the Usos haven't won like fairly in a while. Like they always cheat, right? So they have to get like not cheating, but they
Not
have to
cheating. Yeah,
like
not
sneaking.
really. They had their moments, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's the day I would debut their brother Solo Sakai.
really. Hmm.
Yeah. Cause that's
But
why a
on a
lot of
heel team though, if you should have done with the Street Profit.
nah with a yeah, but the Viking Raid I don't know. But
I
when
mean,
it's my
too late
fantasy
now.
booking, yeah.
It's your
No,
foot.
I would think the Vikings would be more like a middle team, like not really heel, not really face, because that's a lot of wrestling teams.
They've been beating up the New Days.
I know, right?
The New Days or New Day? New Day.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm like whoever wins this faces like the Street Profits for one last time or something. But the Usos would win like with their brothers' help. And then I would have Belair versus Bailey for the Raw Women's Championship. Like you said, it's too early, but I will still make it very competitive where like Bailey has like very, very close to winning.
Right.
But Belair pulls it off really like barely with the what's it called? The KOD. But without actually Bailey would go ahead and like attack like Belair after the match. But with this one, I mean, like I said, Bailey's too early, but at the same time, like she's been out for so long, like she needs to, you know. I think was she champion? No, she wasn't champion before she got injured.
No, but they had a feud before she got injured.
Yeah, so that's kind of a way to continue it. It's kind of like it hasn't really ended. So
Mm.
for her, she'll lose it by like a slim margin. It's like I was so close.
Wait, who's going over?
Belair
Oh, okay. No, that's
for
a good
now.
choice. That's a good
Yeah,
choice. Yeah, no, it's a good choice.
Belair for now.
Right.
And then, but yeah, so and then that keeps the feud going, and then eventually I would have that 6-woman tag team match, like the next pay per view, you know. So it's not like so like, oh wow, you know who's gonna win.
Right.
But I'll keep it going a little bit further. Then Bailey keeps going for the Raw Women's Championship because it's like I lost at Clash, but I could go at what's the next one? Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, Extreme Rules. I'll take the belt, and then that'll be more of a six-woman tag team match, and that'll be Extreme Rules or something. Because they be, they go, they probably let women use weapons, you know. After that, I have Butch versus Bobby Lashley for the U.S. title. I also have Bobby Lashley go over, but not not so easily. But a submission match actually. Let's do that. I'm gonna change it. Submission match.
You're gonna change the card at last minute into a
I know,
submission
right?
match.
I know. I'm like, hey, man, I'm inspired, man.
Now you're inspired.
Yeah.
I was
So,
falling
that-
asleep back here.
so I have Bobby Lashley versus Butch for the U.S. Championship match and a submission match. Wow, your water bottle like disappeared. She drinking. Yeah, I mean these guys are both like I said. Bobby Lashley's a beast. Butch or Pete Dunne is a beast. He's a bruiserweight. Hopefully he goes back into that. I don't think they'll rename him Pete Dunne, but make him into a beast like he was.
Right.
But in a submission match, and I wouldn't make him go back and forth. And Bobby Lashley won't be able to apply the what is it called?
The hurt lock.
Um, Hurt Lock. But finally, he would be able to from like a weird angle and like just finish off Butch like not too easily, but be like a 20-minute match, Because I
Damn.
think yeah. I mean, he's in the UK. You want a UK guy to at least like not get squashed in 5 minutes,
No, I get
you
you.
know? He's like, because people will cheer for Butch more than Bobby Lashley, I think.
I think
Because
they'll cheer for both if you give them 20 minutes.
yeah, for both. But is that you don't want to make it too easy? Where like, oh yeah, because that's what happens usually with people like in their home countries or cities. They
Right.
lose usually. I mean, even
I
Natalia
mean,
lost.
nothing was wrong with them as long as you let
No,
them have a great match in
yeah,
front of their hometown.
yeah, great, yeah. So that'll be a submission match, but like Butch will barely come out barely come out losing, but then he would have a feud with Bobby Lashley. Like, I could make you tap out next time. It's just go. It just becomes like more of like powerhouse kind of match. Um, for the SmackDown Women's match, championship match, I'll have Liv Morgan go over. But like I said, she's like the David to Shayna's Goliath.
Yeah.
So like how she did with Rousey, like pretty much similar. Like pretty much the way like more like
She's
she barely,
basically taking Ronda's spot.
yeah, basically. So make her more like a survivor kind of champion. Like she's gonna barely hold off.
Right.
Like don't because remember when Rodna lost, she lost. They made it. She tapped out, but at the same time she got pinned. So
Right.
I'm thinking it'll be a similar thing, but this time the referee will be like it'll be like a rope break thing, and like she's on the ropes, but the referee didn't
Mm,
see it. And Shayna will be
mm.
like, "What? There's no way I lost that match." To make her look strong, obviously, you don't want to make Shayna, a former MMA fighter, look weak. Well, like they've been doing it with her, but make her look strong, like at least. And then Liv Morgan will barely survive, and that builds the feud with Shayna joining up with Ronda Rousey later on, as the horsewomen. Obviously, the two other ones are not working for WWE, but them two becoming a tag team together eventually, but still having a single run until Ronda comes back, and then Ronda beats Liv Morgan like down the line, like Survivor Series or something like that.
Right.
So it'd be like, you could have that match for Survivor Series, or make it a Survivor Series women's match, be Shayna, Ronda, Natalia, what's her name? Sonya Deville and like somebody else, versus Liv Morgan and et cetera, et cetera. You know, I
You're
mean,
just
so
everywhere today.
oh yeah, no, because you want to build to the next
Yeah,
few shows.
that's true.
Um, and then number no the number seven, Nakamura versus Gunther. I would keep Gunther as champion, because he was a UK champion for 800 plus days. Um, Obviously, this is like I said, they're both strong style kind of guys. So in the British style, they love that. The British crowd love that. I mean, I love
Mhm.
that too. I'm not even from there, but just I think they both have a great match. Because with these guys, you don't need like stipulations. You don't need a hardcore match. You don't need you know a false count anywhere match. These guys, let them go out there, 25, 30 minutes, beat the
Damn.
crap. Yeah, beat the crap out of each other like pretty much like imitate pretty much like the Elijah Dragunov versus
Right.
Walter Gunther match, like from 2020 or 2021. Pretty much just make it
Mm.
like super back and forth, like just kicking each other, chopping each other, because Nakamura, that's his style anyways. He's more like he'll punch you in the head or kick you in the head. So I'm thinking that match will go on for 20, 30 minutes, just kill, just like knock it out of the park, because the last match was great. The last match was okay. Because the Shayna Baszler, everybody like the same result. Like the Ronda Rousey match was like what 5 minutes
You're
with
right.
Liv Morgan. So this one will be kind of bring the crowd back, bring that energy back because they're like, oh, you still got, like all that stuff they do. This is awesome. Fight forever. And then that leads to having a strong match with the last match too. But I have Gunther go over but barely. Because you gotta make Gunther look strong, but not like impossible to beat.
So would it be like if you would have hit me with your finisher, you would have got me beat, or I barely survived?
You barely survived.
Mm.
And Nakamura's like this close. It makes the IC title more relevant because the IC title has been like, I mean, it hasn't been defended since WrestleMania 37
On a pay-per-view.
on a pay-per-view,
On a
which is
pay-per-view.
like crazy. The IC title used to be the precursor to the WWE Championship. Like if you won the IC title, you pretty much became WWE champion,
Your future WWE
Yeah,
champion, or at least get a main event. You're gonna be in the main event
yeah.
picture sooner.
And then for a while, we're like, remember, like the W Championship was vacated. The IC title was the main title, like
Right.
for a couple months or week or something. But still, it was the main championship for Raw or SmackDown, whatever network goes on, whatever pro. So I'm thinking like they should bring back to relevance, and then keep doing these strong matches with other people. Obviously, you have Nakamura, you have Sheamus, you have Ricochet would be a good one. Obviously, he's a flyer, but he could hold his own. Have Braun Breaker come into. Obviously he goes to the main roster.
Right.
Have He has to lose the NXT title, so just keep having these like actual competitive matches. Like make the IC title and the US title both like super competitive championships. Like you wanted that prestige back, and this is the one place where you could probably do it now. And obviously, like you said, it was like the first one since WrestleMania 37 in the pay-per-view. This is the way to bring it back into that glory. Because without the glory, it's like okay, you're just a second belt. But Gunther or Walter, he brought the UK title with prestige. So I'm thinking he'll
Right.
bring the same here. So you keep having strong matches. That's why I say 25, 30 minutes because you want them to like, okay, this title is back to where it was, back to like the Chris Jericho reigns and you know, who else had reigns? Triple H had reigns, Rock had reign,
Jeff
Stone Cold,
Jarrett,
yeah, Jeff, like yeah, like these guys were like,
Christian,
yeah, like
Edge,
Edge, like I mean, obviously
Randy
Nakamura,
Orton.
yeah, dude. But like you remember like days where like it, and Macho Man had it, like it was like the belt. Like
Yeah.
probably the Intercontinental Champion was more praised than the WWE Champion at the time. It was Macho Man, it
Because they
was
used
Ricky
to
the
main
Dragon.
event house shows too.
Yeah, they main evented the show. Some
Sometimes.
some
Or but
pay-per-views too, I
majority of
think
the
too.
time it was house shows.
Yeah. Remember even like the ladder match? Was that an IC title? Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels? That was an
Yeah.
IC championship. And that was like the main event, I think, too.
No.
No.
Called main event.
But
Or semi main event.
it won the match of the night, and I think won match of the year that year.
Right.
So I'm thinking like that's why this match would be awesome for the UK crowd, and also for the WWE crowd, obviously, everybody else watching it, but also bring the title back to relevance. That's why I say this one could be the co-main event or the second to last, because you want that people to like, okay, we're here now. The next pay-per-view, just keep doing it. No hardcore stuff. Gunther doesn't need that kind of match. He just
Right.
strong, you know. So that's the kind of champion. That's why I want to say like this match would be. I mean, don't get me wrong. The match they have, the Gunther versus Sheamus match, probably be the same. But like Nakamura could probably bring it better, just because of that strong style. And then for my main event, I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna Roman Reigns versus McIntyre. I'm gonna say McIntyre.
You're gonna give the okay.
Oh yeah, come on, you're gonna
Wow.
be in the UK. Roman Reigns. If I'm WWE, right? Obviously, USA said like, hey, oh, we need a champion to be here all the time. He can't be on SmackDown or part time. So I'm thinking, okay, McIntyre, he's in the UK. He's from the UK or Scotland. He's in the it's in the UK. I'm like, I'm gonna make sure this match actually goes over, but just for that one belt. I'm saying WWE Championship or something, or the Universal Championship, one or the
I
other.
would take the if I had a choice to take one of the titles away from him, I would say the Universal title.
Yeah, because it's the longest reign one, right?
It's the longest reign, break the streak, and then he that way he could start a new reign with the WWE Championship.
Yeah. But the yeah, so I would definitely choose the Universal title too. I agree with that. And then I'll make McIntyre win. But obviously, like I would make it like oh damn, make it relevant. But yeah, I would have McIntyre win it just because of the fact, like just because of that factor.
All right. How long will you have that match go?
20 minutes. I mean, all these matches are probably gonna be 15, 20 minutes or more.
Mm, interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. Well, before we go on to my fantasy booking, you want to let the listener know about our shop and where else they could find us and all that stuff.
yeah. Before we continue, check us out on teespring.com for merch. Check us out on Pro Wrestling Tees for merch as well. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at New Entry Wrestling Pod, Twitter at New Entry WP, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, and check us out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So here's my lineup for my match. Unlike you, I actually had a kickoff show. So my kickoff show is going to be Ricochet versus Sheamus. Boom,
Ooh,
money.
nice.
My second match for the kickoff show is going to be Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest.
Okay.
Yeah. So here are my lineup for the show. They're not in order. I'm just giving you my lineup. So I
Okay.
got Edge versus Finn Balor.
Ooh,
I got
okay.
Seth freaking Rollins versus Riddle. I got the WWE United States Championship in a six-way match. Bobby Lashley defending the title against AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Tommaso Ciampa, Kevin Owens, and Theory. I got the WWE Intercontinental Champion. I got Gunter,
Gunther.
Gunter
Mhm.
versus Shinsuke Nakamura, just like you.
Nice.
um, I also got Bailey. Well, mine is actually I got Bailey and Dakota versus Asuka and Alexa Bliss.
Mm.
Then I got the WWE Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Io Sky.
Yeah, Io Sky. Yeah.
Io Sky. Then for the WWE SmackDown Championship, I got Liv Morgan defending her title against Natalia and Shayna Baszler. Next I got the Viking Raiders versus the New Day in a false count anywhere match. Then my main event, just like yours, I got Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for the undisputed Universal Championship. So let me get ahead and get started. Obviously, the kickoff show is going to be Ricochet versus Sheamus. Sheamus is going to go over in that match. I also have Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest. I will have Rey Mysterio go over with a Jackknife roll up. Damian's, you know what a Jackknife roll up is, right? He's trying to go for a power bomb.
Yeah.
Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio swips the leg and he rolls his body over him.
Yeah.
That's how he gets the W. He runs away to celebrate and then makes fun of both Damian Priest and God damn it, who's the other
Finn
lady?
Balor.
No, not
Oh,
Finn
Rhea
Balor.
Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. There you
Yeah.
go. So
Nice.
my official opening match for Clash at the Castle is going to be the WWE United States Championship. Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa with The Miz in his corner and Maurice, can't forget about Maurice, versus Kevin Owens versus Theory.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
th-
Damn. Okay.
this is a six-way match for the United States title. It's just for one fall. Everybody's going back and forth. Eventually, the Miz gets kicked out because he interfered the match, and there's no disqualification. So he hits AJ Styles with the final crush finale, the Miz's
Skull crashing
finisher.
finale.
Yeah, the
Skull
Miz's
crushing.
finisher.
Yeah.
Tommaso goes for the cover. 1, 2. AJ kicks out. Um, and then Dolph Ziggler, in theory, Dolph Ziggler hits him with the super kick, hits him with the zigzag. He still calls it the zigzag, right?
Yeah.
Dolph
Yeah. He
Ziggler's
does.
finisher, boom. Theory comes in, breaks the count. Theory goes for his finisher, but what's his name? Dolph Ziggler reverses it. Oh, hold on, my dog is going crazy. All right, sorry about that. She was going crazy.
It's
I
okay.
order I ordered some wings and some pizza, man. Trying to have a good time later, and the pizza guy
Nice.
rang the doorbell. She went crazy. So now she's standing over there looking at the pizza boxes. So, all right, where did I left off? Okay, so Theory was gonna go hit the Miz with the finisher, but
Mhm.
he gets out of it, hits him with the super kick. He rolls out, turns around. Kevin Owens, boom, hits him with the stunner, and then turns around. Lashley hits him with a spear, getting the 1, 2, 3. So he retains the United States Championship. Oh yeah, match because it's a lot. You got a lot of great stars on this, and then with
Yeah.
the Triple H era, you
Yeah.
with 12 minutes they'll steal the whole show. So it
Wow.
doesn't have to be too long. That's what she said, but just a lot because it's gonna be nonstop. That's what she said. A lot of nonstop action. So you gotta 12 minutes is all you need if you're gonna go on nonstop.
Bro.
Okay. Woo! Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go. All right. Number 2. I got WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I got Liv Morgan versus Shayna Blazer versus Natalia. Um, the way how I'll finish this match is Natalia is gonna put a sharpshooter on Shayna. So as
Okay.
soon as she turns around, she got it locked in. She got it locked in for a good 20, 30 seconds. Shayna's, crawling towards the rope, but Natalia goes back in the middle. And then here comes Liv Morgan, hits her with her finish without the ropes, but hits her with a complete shot. Uh, and then Shayna's, selling her back, turns around, realizing Liv Morgan's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's when Shayna breaks the pin, but it's already, too late.
Oh.
So this way, I continue the feud with Shayna Blazer and Liv Morgan to Extreme Rules. And then that way it gives Natalia another opportunity at the title.
Mm-hmm.
And but not only this, obviously for the next, hopefully we remember to do one. Uh Fantasy booking for Extreme Rules. I'm actually gonna have Natalia versus Shayna Blazer in a submission
Okay.
match.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so that way, and then determine the number one contender. So this way, Liv Morgan, because remember, her arm is, I don't know if it's legit or it's a kayfabe, but kayfabe, that's the reason why I booked her in the triple threat match because of her arm.
Yeah.
So it gives her, again, regardless if it's real or kayfabe, but my fantasy booking is kayfabe. So to sell the arm, to make it a fair match, even though it's a triple threat, but it gives her a chance to win the title as well. And like I said, it saves everybody
Mm-hmm.
in a way. Because even though Natalia got the win, it saves Shayna from like, I didn't lose, I didn't tap out. And then it gives Natalia to still be in a storyline, but now and also in a way in the title picture, because it's like I had you beat. Liv
Yeah.
Morgan basically screw me. But you were
Yeah.
gonna tap out. You were seconds away from tapping out, and I know it. So you and me are gonna have a rematch. What the hell was that?
That was a burp. All right. Sorry about that.
Rude.
Sorry.
um. So,
How
anyways, yeah.
long? How
So,
long would this match be?
eight
We don't need a
minutes.
lot. Eight
Oh
minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
8 minutes. Because again, I can't have Liv Morgan, kayfabe injury do too much.
Yeah.
And I love Natalia, but you don't want to see too long of a match from her.
Oh wow.
So I love her, but sometimes it depends who she faces, man. There's certain people
Mm-hmm.
where it's like she could have a good match and a long match. There's some people where it's like, you just not too long, please.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's my number 2 match. Number 3, where is my number 3? Oh, number 3. So my original plan, because what happened with the Usos, how they couldn't go to Canada.
Yeah.
My original, I don't know if it's gonna happen the same thing. maybe not. Maybe it won't. I mean, maybe it will. I don't know. Hopefully, they are able to go overseas. Um, at
You're,
the
you're
day
welcome.
they recording, they're not even what's it called? They're not even on the card yet.
Yeah.
So my original plan was gonna be the Usos versus the Street
Mm.
Profit, and a
Again?
2 out of 3 falls, and this was gonna be their last chance at the title. That was gonna be my original plan.
Yeah.
But because of with the Usos, what happened, I took that match off and I replaced it with the Viking Raiders versus the New Day in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So basically, they're not even gonna come out. So as soon as Liv Morgan is on the ramp celebrating the title, that's where you hear the announcer saying, "What's going on over here?" And it's the Viking Raiders and the New Day. They're fighting, with the audience are. So the
Yeah.
camera
Okay.
goes up to them. So they go at it for. They're fighting everywhere for a good few minutes, 5 minutes, and they finally go inside the ring, even though it's a false count anywhere. That's when the ref shows up and then rings the bell. So the match is officially started. They go back out. They do a couple spots inside the ring since they already fought outside. They go back outside. Now they're fighting in the other side of where the hard cam is at. So that's where they're gonna be fighting each other until they go. Then I'll have Kofi Kingston doing like what's it called hitting
Trouble in Paradise.
no what's it called, oh my gosh, I will have Cody Rhodes having one of the Viking Raiders, doesn't matter who, on the table, and then Kofi's on top of the, I don't know, the
You said
doorway.
Cody Rhodes. You
I
said
did.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
Cody Rhodes at the table. Like what?
Xavier Woods is gonna put one of the Viking Raiders on the table.
Okay.
Then you're gonna have I'm gonna have Kofi Kingston on top of the doorway or something. I don't know what they're called, and he jumps off from that and
Hmm.
hitting what's it called? Is the air boom drop
Yeah, air broom or leg drop. Yeah.
or the boom drop, leg drop, hitting that off on top of that and onto the table on one of the Viking Raiders and get the 1, 2, 3 that way. So with all this from the match itself, I would say 10 minutes, but with the from the entrance, like how the whole fight started in the audience first leading into the ring, that would be like a good 15 minutes. So
Okay.
overall like 15.
Okay.
So but bell to bell 10 minutes.
So who do you? Sorry, I don't know if I heard
Then
you, but who won
the
it?
New Day goes over
Okay. And
because
this would be like a title one. This would be like a number one contenders match, or is
no,
it
it's
like
just a feud. Just the
okay?
feud that they've been
Okay,
going
cool.
on.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So
I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I have repercussions to it or something like. Okay, this is gonna be like the
no,
next contender, you know?
no, I'm not doing that yet.
Okay, I get
So
you.
the probably next pay-per-view or later on.
Okay.
So fourth match on the card. So I'm gonna have Bianca Belair defending wow, her Raw Women's Championship against Io Sky. Io Sky, right?
Yeah, Io Sky. Yeah.
Io Sky. So this is gonna be about 5 minutes. Now hear me out. Bianca Belair is gonna hit Io with her finisher. What's it called? The KOD.
KOD. Yeah.
She has her up, about to hit it, but Bailey shows up uh shows up and basically interferes, and no, sorry, she does hits the finisher. So she hits her with the KOD. Bailey runs in, breaks the count. Basically the match ends in a no disqualification. So
Mm,
Bailey and Dakota are basically beating down Belair. Then Alexa Bliss music hits. Here she comes running down, and Asuka as well. They're all going at it. And then Alexa Bliss gets the microphone, basically saying, "Hey, we're we're supposed to face each other later on the card, but why wait? Why don't and
mm,
let's get this started right here, right now. And better yet, let's not even make it a tag team match. Let's make it a six women's tag team match." So now you got Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss teaming up to face Bailey, Dakota, and Io Sky.
okay.
And
Hmm.
this match goes for another like 10 minutes. Bianca, it's a deja vu. from the earlier match. Bianca Belair goes for the KOD on Io Sky, but this time she does not hit the finisher. Bailey comes in and rakes the eyes of Bianca, and Io Sky basically rolls her up, got her hands on the tights, gets the 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically saying saving both, basically saving everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
with the women's Raw championship match, Bianca basically beat Sky. She beat her. She just
Yeah.
needed to get, she was going to get the 3 count, but Bailey comes in and breaks the count. And Bianca Belair wins by DQ, but also saves Sky from getting beat.
From eating the pin, right?
Right.
Pretty much. That's the term. Eating the pin.
Eating the pin. And then you have this match, and then Sky beats Bianca Belair in the 6 women's tag team match, making her look strong because she actually got the 1, 2, 3 over Bianca, and then giving them a rematch.
Okay.
So, and also saves the team as well, makes them look strong because they got their win, and also they beat the women's champion. So this whole feud continues,
Hmm.
obviously.
Yeah.
And because I would like to, the reason I would like Sky to basically, Bianca needs to beat everybody except for one person, and that's Bailey. But even if Bailey loses the first time they wrestle again, it's fine. It's more like I would rather, but it's also eventually Bailey needs to be champion. But
Yeah.
I want to give Dakota and Sky the opportunity at the title because it's the purpose of the group. That's why Bailey picked them.
Yeah.
It's not to make her look strong. I'm pretty sure once it's time for one of them to turn on each other, that's when it's gonna happen. But Bailey picked them so they could have their own opportunity, and we're all trying to be the best, not just Bailey.
Yeah. Okay.
So so
Hmm.
that's so that's my fifth match. My
Yeah.
sixth, what is my sixth? My sixth is gonna be Edge versus Finn Balor. Obviously, we already know the story
Yeah.
for this feud. I will actually have Finn Balor go over Edge.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Do tell. Do tell.
So obviously going back and forth. After the 15-minute mark, this is where everybody's trying to hit. Everybody hits each other's finisher. Edge hits Finn Balor with the spear, he kicks out. Finn Balor hits him with his finisher, he kicks out. So now it's like, what do we do? I beat you. I hit you with my best move. You hit me with your best move. They're just going crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Damian Priest comes out to interfere, but here comes Rey Mysterio, here comes Rhea Ripley, here comes Dominic. So everything is going crazy outside. I will have what's it called? Edge going for a spear, but then in the middle of the ring, Finn Balor goes out of the way. Edge accidentally hits Rhea Ripley because she's outside in the top rope.
Yeah.
Uh, and then falls to the ground, and then Edge realized what he done, but he doesn't really like care because it's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
And but still, he's like distracted. He's like, "Oh my god, I accidentally hit her." And then Finn Balor hits him with a roll up, a schoolboy, holds the tight, and gets the 1, 2, 3, and
Hmm.
then gets out of the way, and then checks on Rhea Ripley, and yeah, and then
Well.
so regretting, then Edge shows his face like he's mad because he's like, yes, I speared a woman, but it's Rhea Ripley. After he just came to his sense where it's just like I should have not been distracted.
Yeah.
It was Rhea Ripley, not so it's like he should have he's like he lost focus and whatever. So the whole rivalry continues, and plus Finn Balor basically cheated to get the W.
Yeah.
But it was a good way for basically Rhea Ripley to finally get her own payback because of everything she did to the Rey Mysterios. The Mysterios.
And
So
how long will this match be?
I would say 18 minutes. It's Finn Balor, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
overseas, man.
Yeah. True.
So number what do I have as number 7? Oh, number 7, the WWE Intercontinental Championship,
Gunther.
Gunter,
Gunter. Gunter.
Gunter, Walter versus Shinsuke
Walter.
Nakamura.
Hmm.
This one back and forth, man. Like you said, man, this one's gonna go crazy. Back and forth, chop, leg kicks, everything, man. German suplex.
Ooh.
Unlike yours, I'm not gonna have this match too long, probably like 15 minutes because it is a rematch. Is this with my fantasy booking? Would this be the third time they face each other?
Second, I think. They
Mm.
faced on SmackDown and they faced here. Or
Oh, because Shinsuke, yeah, this is the first time they face each other. Second time, yeah, because the
second
last
time,
time
yeah.
it was he won the opportunity to face him for the IC title.
Yeah.
So yeah, back and forth. But this one, I would actually have Shinsuke Nakamura reversing Gunter
Mm.
power bomb into a hurricane
Hurricanata. Hurricanata.
hurricane. I haven't said that in a long dude. It's been like 5 or 6 years to the last time I said that
Wow.
out loud.
Wow.
Um, the Frankensteiner. There you go. Hit him with the Frankensteiner. And
Hmm.
then hit him with the Kinshasa, right?
Shinsaka. Shinsaka, yeah. Can't say
The
that.
Shining Wizard.
Yep.
Hit him with the Shining Wizard. And then
Yeah.
who's Gunter's partner? The other guy,
Ludwig Kaiser or
Kaiser.
Marcel Barthel. Now he's called Ludwig Kaiser.
Okay, that's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I
Kaiser.
know. Kaiser.
He basically gets on the ring apron. That's what I couldn't think of it earlier with Rhea Ripley. The ring apron.
Apron, yeah.
Shinsuke goes and charge on him, knocks him down, and then goes back to Walter. 1, 2, kick out. Basically, because it's his
Mm.
finisher, it saves him from basically making it his finisher look weak because he basically had, besides the 3 count, he had maybe Shinsuke took maybe 5 or 10 seconds to even cover him because he
Yeah.
was selling the beating that he just took from him. And then he went as soon as he recognized, oh, I gotta cover him. There he goes, Kaiser, whatever his name is, goes
Mhm.
after him. And then because he's been watching backstage and realize that everybody has been interfering this whole show. So he's like, let me knock this guy out and then go cover him. He kicks out. He goes for his finisher again, but this time Walter just chops him, picks him up, power bomb. To sell Shinsuke finisher even more, as soon as Walter hits the power bomb, he takes a while to he's still selling. Still selling. And then he's like, he doesn't even cover him. Shinsuke starts to roll up, realizing, oh, it's too late for me to cover him. Picks him up again. Second power bomb. Then 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
Then Walter retains the IC title. Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So number 8 on the card is gonna be Seth freaking Rollins versus Riddle. This match going back and forth for about, I would say, on a 16, 17 minute frame. The way how I have this match go, I'll have Matt Riddle going for crumb stomp,
Curb
crump,
stomp.
curb stomp,
Curb stomp. Yeah.
blackout.
Yeah.
Uh, Riddle gets out of the way, try to go for the RKO. Nope, push them. They're facing their Now they're facing the turnbuckle,
Hmm.
so they're on the corner. Turns around, boom, boot in the gut, goes for the pedigree. Uh, Sweeps the leg, slingshots him. Seth Rollins lands on the middle
Hmm.
ropes. Turns around trying to hit him like a flying clothesline, but
Hmm.
Riddle turns it into a bro KO. So
Brooke.
bro KO out of nowhere, and then going 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, bro, and then Riddle gets the W over Seth freaking Rollins.
So you would continue the Rollins pay-per-view losing streak then, right?
Yes, there's no
Okay.
point at this point. Why even bother?
Yeah.
And then of all pay-per-views, why Clash at the Castle?
So would you have him winning anytime soon at a pay-per-view? Or it's gonna have one of those guys like loses until like WrestleMania next year, you know?
I mean, yeah, why not? At least that way you could say a whole year I lost every pay per view. Not a lot of people.
Well,
It's not something to brag about, but
yeah,
I mean, no, it is. You know what? It is because you know how many people have been in pay per views this whole year.
the
There's a
same
lot of
people.
people that yeah, a lot of people haven't been on a pay per view this year, and so for Seth freaking Rollins to say I lost every pay per view this year or that year means he was on every pay per view. That's how great he was that year.
Yeah,
So it's not. It looks bad, but it's not.
yeah,
So
makes sense.
yeah, and then like I said, Riddle hits some with the bro KO, getting the
Hmm.
W, and then continue their feud.
Hmm.
Actually,
Okay.
it doesn't really have to be,
Yeah,
but I mean, I
I
would.
mean,
It's good enough for it just to be a one time feud or a one
yeah.
time match.
Because when is Orton coming back? Do you know? Do you
He
have
was
any?
supposed to obviously August
Yeah.
or July, but then
Mhm.
he ended up needing surgery, so he's gonna be out for the rest of the year.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna be a way for like to bring him in finally, but he's out
no,
the rest of the year. There's no point.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes
So
sense.
that's my eighth match, and the main event I have Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Universal Undisputed Universal Championship,
So both belts or just
both
one or the
belts,
other?
both
Both belts.
belts.
Okay.
Because unlike your fantasy, I was gonna have what's it called? Roman Reigns hits Drew McIntyre with the Superman punch, hits him with the spear. One, two, kick
Mhm.
out. Roman Reigns goes for another spear, but he turns it. He like kind of how you know how Seth Rollins turns always reverse Roman Reigns spear
Yeah.
into a pedigree. Well, I
Yeah.
have Drew McIntyre do something similar, but it's into the future shock DDT.
Hmm.
One,
Okay.
two, kick out. Obviously, Drew McIntyre is going to go for the Claymore. Boom, hits him with the Claymore. One, two, kick out. You know, here comes Karrion Cross or in Charlotte.
Scarlet.
Scarlett.
Yeah.
Scarlett comes out first. Drew notices her, and the referee Drew tells, "Get her out of here! Get her out of here!" Karrion
Hmm.
Cross is behind him, hitting him with the backdrop driver. Gets out, leaves, goes through the audience, and then Scarlett's like, "Okay, I'm leaving." Roman Reigns goes and covers one, two, kick out, kick out. Then now everybody's gonna go crazy at this point.
Yeah.
Roman
Yeah.
Reigns he does the hoo hits
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre with the spear. One, two, kick out. Everybody's gonna go.
Oh.
Every after
Yeah.
that, people are gonna be like, "Oh, we got a new champion. We got a new champion."
Oh man.
You know, Roman Reigns picks him up one more time, but he's trying to put the sleeper hole.
Um.
But Drew McIntyre is fighting back, hits him with the headbutt, and then pushes him off, hits him with the claim. He's trying to hit him with the claymore, but it looks like from our point of view, Roman Reigns got hit with the claymore because he turns his head like this, and then but he doesn't connect.
Oh
And
wow.
then it's just from our point of view, it looks like he did got hit, but he didn't. Obviously, for the other people, it looks like he got out of the way.
Yeah.
He got out of the way. Drew McIntyre takes the bump, and then Roman Reigns backs up and then hits the rope and then hits him with the spear in the middle of the ring. So basically, boom, headbutt. Roman Reigns hits the rope and then he's coming back dazed,
Yeah.
and Drew McIntyre hits the rope back up, goes for his claymore, but takes the bump. And Roman Reigns basically out of the way. He notices it, hits the rope, and then boom, spear.
Mm.
One, two, three. And
Oh, okay.
yeah. And
So
then
you have Reigns go over.
Reigns going over baby. And then
Ooh.
that's where I'll have Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Cross at Extreme Rules in an Extreme Rules match, baby.
And I have a question. Would you, if you had Theory cash in on Reigns, would you do that or
Not
no?
that night.
No.
Not that night.
Wow.
No. I mean, now if it was Roman Reigns facing somebody else and Drew McIntyre was champion, then yes.
Well, okay.
Then
Wow.
I will have him cash in that night.
Okay. Wow.
So
Good lineup, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's how you book a fantasy booking. But anyways, you guys decide who had the better fantasy booking, either Evers or mine. Down on the comments, like the video, or even
Yeah,
on the polls on Spotify, baby.
I'm also gonna put a poll on Twitter too. So make sure to
Ooh.
follow us on there. New entry WP. I'll put an entry. I'll put the poll up there probably on Sunday
Just like that poll you got
tomorrow.
back there.
No, it's not a poll. It's the light. It's not a poll. That's like the thing in the middle. But
Oh,
um,
liar.
yeah, I'll probably post it tomorrow, Sunday, and then I'll just like I'll like leave it up there for until Clash of the Castle, pretty much. And you
For
guys decide who won.
show.
And then we could yeah, I mean Clash of the Castle will be on Saturday morning, so who knows? We
Afternoon.
might we might do some live stuff,
Ooh.
on IG, and we'll post live results as we go on our Twitter page, and you never know, YouTube does live too, so let's do that. We might do live.
I'll do whatever you want, baby. All right. Well, take us home, Ever.
All right. Before we go, let you guys know, check out our store on teespring.com for merch. Check us out on Pro Wrestling Tees for merch.
Yeah, yeah,
Follow our
yeah.
IG and TikTok at New Entry Wrestling Pod. Check us out on Twitter. We're gonna be posting stuff on there at New Entry WP. Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, and on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and follow. Anything else you wanna say to the no?
No.
Yeah, just enjoy the
Yeah.
week of wrestling, guys. Monday Raw, what's Tuesday NXT, Wednesday Dynamite, Thursday Impact, Friday Rampage and SmackDown, Saturday Clash at the Castle, Sunday All Out and Worlds Collide, and then there's independent shows all over too. So
I forgot
yeah,
about
man.
Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, I said Impact on Thursday.
Oh, did not hear. I zoned out.
I said Impact Thursday. Impact on Access on Thursday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
But that's it, man. All right, listeners, that'll be it for this episode. I'm Ever, and that is Ian.
And we are out.
Bye, guys.
Doo-doo-doo.